people of the internet, it is I, Knuckles Productions 360, and yeah, it's oh boy, I'm not in my studio, still being renovated, but today is the Q&A answers. So you guys left some questions and I'm going to be answering them. So let's get started. So, first question is from Super Lego Matt 240. He asks, who's your favourite Sonic character? And what's your favourite Sonic game? So this one's quite interesting actually. My favourite Sonic game, hands down, is Sonic Mania. I love the game, the graphics are amazing, the story is nice, the gameplay's brilliant. I love Studiopolis Zone and have I mentioned Studiopolis Zone? I'm pretty much obsessed with that zone. I love it. And yeah, my favourite Sonic character. Favourite Sonic character. Knuckles. Kind of ironic, isn't it, that my favourite character is the one that's named after this channel, but anyway, thanks for the question. Sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Variety of Posts asks, any plans for Season 2 of Sonic Overdrive? I can answer that right now by saying yes. Sonic Overdrive will have a second season. I've not figured out what's going to be happening in that, but here's an update, by the way, guys. The script for episode 9 and episode 10 have been completed. So, yeah, once that's done, I think I might take a bit of a break from doing Overdrive and focus on other projects besides Sonic Overdrive. I know it's really popular, but, you know, I have other series and stuff that needs to kind of start the groundwork up. Needs to get going, you know what I mean? But yeah, thanks for the question. Legolad Studios asks, if you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go? I would probably go to Florida. The reason why is because Disney and Universal. And that's probably it. And he also asks, if you could be a superhero for one day, who would it be? Superhero. Who would I be? It's quite hard actually. Probably have to say Spider-Man, really. I love Spider-Man just because how much fun he is. And yeah, thanks for the question. Hedgehog Films with a Z asks, what's the greatest advice you can give anyone who is just starting out on YouTube? So the greatest advice I can really give is to never give up, and that this does take time and patience. All you have to do is listen, and YouTube will do the rest. Trust me, it will work. It takes time. You just gotta believe in it. That's the thing you gotta do. Believe in it. Spod Comex asks, oh yeah, and also thank you Hedgehog Films of Z for the comment. Asks, so Spod Comics asks, who inspired you to make stop motions? Now, there wasn't really a person that inspired. It was more of a product, I guess, that inspired me. It was, again, this is kind of common in Britain, actually. The one that everyone seems to always talk about is Wallace and Gromit. The Wallace and Gromit shorts created by Aardman Animations. They were just fantastic animations. They were just incredible, and honestly, I really love them. And that's what really inspired me to do stop motion, because after when I saw, I think it was The Wrong Trousers, that train scene where Wallace and Gromit, they're chasing after Feathers McGraw, I literally got goosebumps. I was like, damn, I want to do that. And oh boy. And yeah, the rest they say is history. Alright, so he also asks, how did you learn to do your voices so well? So the voiceovers that I do. So how I do the voiceovers very well, it just takes time, really. Sometimes I just normally just pretend to talk like the characters by saying daily things like, "Oh, I'm going to get some milk at the store. Oh, and I'll use it to crush Sonic with evil ham." And yeah, honestly, sometimes I practice. Just practice makes perfect, to be honest. Thanks for the question, by the way. And the third one he asks is, how old were you when you first made your first stop motion? And how long has it been since you made it? Oh, this one's quite tricky. I think my first stop motion was 2012, I think it was. Yeah, so it was 2012, and obviously I was creating quite a lot of stop motion. Yeah, 2012 it's been. So it's been quite a while, actually, and I lost the file to it, so you won't be able to see the cringeness of it all. But yeah, thank you for the questions. Superman 810 asks, what's your favourite Sonic song? Well, that's easy. Endless Possibilities from Sonic Unleashed. I've loved this song so much. And out of all the voice actors for Sonic, which one is your favourite? The one from the show, so I guess that's Jill the White. Drummond, Griffiths, Roger, or Ben. So which one do I like out of the, I guess, 5 that we've got? I'm going to be honest. Out of all of the ones that we've got, I do like Jill the White. Don't get me wrong. I love him in Adventures and Saturday AM, but then I think Sonic Underground just kind of a little bit. Ugh. No, I like Drummond actually. Drummond's quite good. Sonic. My only problem with Drummond is that he didn't really get much to do with Sonic. I mean, he didn't really get a show because after Ryan Drummond, it was Jason Griffiths. And if I had to pick my favourite, Jason is obviously my favourite. I loved him in Sonic Unleashed, seriously. That is the best portrayal of Sonic. And I suppose I should talk about Roger Craig Smith then. I really do like Roger Craig Smith as Sonic. I think that in the colours and Generations, I think he sounded perfect. Hell, I really enjoyed him in games like Forces and Team Sonic Racing. They were quite mediocre titles, but I enjoyed Sonic's characterization in those. My only problem with Roger's Sonic is probably Boom. Boom was the series that I hated the most out of the franchise. That's when I immediately left. I was like, no. And I hated the portrayal of Sonic in that show. Just no. As for Ben Schwartz's Sonic, well, personally, I think it actually works for the movie. For an emotional point of view of Sonic, it works really well. My only problem with Ben's Sonic is that he doesn't sound cocky like the games. I hope this will be fixed in the sequel because, well, that's literally part of his character. That's literally Sonic. He's supposed to be the cocky character to get things done. You know, he's got that personality inspired by Bill Clinton. Bet you didn't know that, did you? Thanks for the question. The Random Channel asks, when did you start YouTube and what's your goal for the channel? Well, when I started YouTube, so on my old channel, I started YouTube back all the way in 2014. Good year for YouTube. And yeah, boy, it was cringe. And my goal for my channel at the moment, I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's simply what I'm doing. 1,000 subscribers is what I'm trying to do. And to be honest, that's pretty much it, really. So thanks for the question. Nick Can Noodles 02 asks, so he says, congratulations. Oh, thank you. And he asks, do you like Thomas the Tank Engine? Yes, 100%. Thomas the Tank Engine is a legend. Who the hell does not love Thomas the Tank Engine? It's like a cultural icon of today's society. How can you not love Thomas the Tank Engine? That's like saying you despise Wallace and Gromit. How can you despise Wallace and Gromit? That's like almost committing a crime against nature. Or like a sin. It's written in the book. I swear, it's written on the Ten Commandments. It literally is. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not hate Wallace and Gromit or Thomas the Tank Engine. So then he also asks, what's your favourite animal? Dogs. I love dogs. It's as simple as that. I just think they're so cute and cuddly and they're adorable and they're better, and cats are just vicious. Yeah. And the third question is, what got you into YouTube? So this one right here is quite interesting, actually. So what got me into YouTube was two things, actually. There were plush videos. One of them was a plush video. It was plush videos about Angry Birds. Called Angry Birds. I think it had like a swear word, Tastic Adventures. I won't say the swear word because I want to keep this video PG. But yeah, it pretty much was funny as hell, and I wanted to do that sort of thing. It didn't last very long, actually. Yeah, it was on hiatus, and then it kind of reappeared later on. It came back and did like a cool thing, and the show's still going on. Well, I think the show's like stopped now, but the characters are still being used, so I'm glad about that. But yeah, that got me in. But the second one was for Minecraft was Stampy Longhead. He was a massive inspiration for me starting YouTube, and yeah, and it was almost kind of a little bit amazing. It was. So thank you for the questions. Generations of Stop Motion asks, how did you come up with your name, and why did you make this channel? So how I came up with the name for Knuckles Productions 360 was actually pretty simple. So I guess I have to discuss why I made this channel first. The reason why I made Knuckles Productions 360 was because my old channel, The Real Creeper Overlord, it wasn't doing very well at the time, and the viewers were just not getting in, and it just didn't do well, to be honest. Not many people were interested, and I just created this channel as a last resort kind of thing. And honestly, yeah. But what happened was, well, I suppose I should talk about the name. So the name Knuckles Productions 360, obviously Knuckles was from the character Knuckles from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. And Productions, originally it was going to be called Knuckles Pictures 360, but I was just like, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work entirely. So instead I put Knuckles Productions 360. And the 360 is actually a reference to my third video game console that is not Nintendo related. So yeah, and I made this channel because I just wanted to talk about video games and characters and really just make stop motion animations. And that's pretty much it, really. So yeah, thanks for the questions. YoshiTales13 asks, what are your favourite characters you enjoy voicing as? I would say I really enjoy your Storm voice. Oh, thank you. Favourite characters I like voicing. I do like voicing villains, so you know, Dr. Ivo Robotnik, otherwise known as the Eggman. But I also like voicing, you know, other characters like, hey, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, the fastest thing alive. But I also, you know, like doing other characters who are not Sonic characters. So I obviously like doing, it's me, Mario. Yahoo! Let's go make a pizza pie together. You go get some sausage. I'm gonna go get some spaghetti. Then you're gonna chase me with the spaghetti. Mamma mia, we're gonna do this all over again. And yeah, I also like doing other characters such as Cortex. I'm Cortex, and I'm going to kill you. Crash Bandicoot. And yeah, I really enjoy voicing characters. And Oh, and also I like voicing the Storm as well. Hey boss, we got something huge here. The boss is gonna love this. A diner! Praise the Lord! I just love that line from Sonic Overdrive Episode 6. So yeah, thank you, YoshiTales13. Alright, so I believe this question is called Springe, but on One Winged Beach. Sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Do you have a PS Vita? No. Thank you for the question. Adam Films asks, can you name your favourite funny games you've ever played? So the funniest games I've probably ever played. This is quite a tough one, actually. It probably comes down to 3. These being the Deadpool game from 2013. I just laughing my head off at how amazing it is. The next one is probably... this one's a very good one. This one got me into the Crash series, Crash Twinsanity. That's probably one of the funniest. And it is hands down the funniest. Also, Mind of a Mutant and Crash of the Titans are really funny as well. I'd say Mind of a Mutant more because that just cracked me up whenever it was on. And finally, I believe the Lego Harry Potter game, 1 to 4, was personally a one that always made me laugh. And also the Lego Star Wars games. Those are really fun. And yeah. So, Clapping Penguins asks, which character or characters do you not like as much from the Sonic franchise? So this is... Okay, what I'm going to say right now is very controversial. I do not like Sally Acorn. Expecting something big to happen, but okay. But yeah, I just don't like Sally Acorn. The reason why I don't like her is... I mean, I don't hate her. I mean, in the right hands, she can be used really good, and she has some great moments. It's just... I don't get why people want to see this character in the games. I just think it would ruin the games, and it would just slow them down, and it would put more focus on her than Sonic. It's Sonic the Hedgehog, not Princess Sally. Plus, I don't think Sega would even allow it anyway. But yeah, besides Sally, I really don't like Breezy. Breezy's just a bad character in general. I hate that character. I also despise saying Gregory from the Archie comics. There's a lot of Archie characters I don't like, but then there's like loads that I love. But yeah, there's out of some of the other characters I just don't really mind. Characters who I don't like, it's kind of a mixed bag really, because there are some characters I really like in Sonic, and there isn't really characters I downright dislike. Only a handful of few of them. I think Boom, Shadow, and Styx the Badger. That is one of the characters I cannot stand. The so-called character who destroyed my eardrums. But yeah. So the second question is, which other video game characters would you like to see get their own movie? Well, that's actually quite interesting, actually, because out of Mario and Sonic, I don't know too many others who would get their own video game movie. I mean, yeah, there's Pokemon with Detective Pikachu. I believe even Ratchet and Clank had their own movie, and Sly Cooper was going to get his own one, but that was cancelled. I don't know why. Maybe someone can tell me down below in the comments. Personally, I would love to see a Crash movie, because I just think it'd be really cool to see Crash Bandicoot on the big screen. But then we also have, I'd really like to see a Spyro movie. There was going to be one planned, but it was cancelled when Activision got a hold of Spyro. And Spyro ended up in Skylanders, and, well, we got the Reignite trilogy after all of Spyro. So yeah, personally, Crash and Spyro, love to see them, but honestly, I'd love to see a Banjo-Kazooie movie. How funny would that honestly be? It'd just be hilarious. And yeah, so the last question from Clapping Penguins, he asks, what is your favourite food? Ooh, now this is very tough. personally, I'm an Italian fan. I love pizza, I love spaghetti, not lasagna. But then again, I also don't like Mondays, so yeah. But yeah, pizza is hands down my favourite. Pizza time. And yeah, thank you for the questions. Blue Knight of Chaos ZZE asks, what will you say to Sonic and his friends when you meet them in person? Right, what would I probably say? So what I would say actually to Sonic, it will be, hey Sonic, gotta go fast. Hey Tails. Nails? Knuckles! Here I come, rougher than the rest of them. Just singing Knuckles' song. Amy, don't hit me with the hammer. Shadow. Chaos Control. Rouge. Deviant? I honestly don't know what I'd probably say to them, but probably say, gotta go fast, and yeah, we're Sonic heroes! But yeah, thank you for the question. Okay, so we got one last question. I believe it's from, let's see, who is it from? Let me just check. Here it is. Dark River 511 asks, what software do you use to make your animations? Well, I actually use Stopmotion Pro. It's an app on the App Store. It's not different compared to the original release. Just got a few minor updates and everything. It's pretty much just the same package. But I do recommend getting it for anyone who's starting stop motion. It's easy to use, easy to follow, and it's one of the best apps out there. So yeah. Next question that he asks is, what are your future plans for the channel? I do plan to, for Sonic Overdrive, I have multiple plans for each series. I want the channel to grow into a ginormous community that's filled with hundreds of videos and comments and just everything there. Just a ginormous community. And the third one he asks is, how do you feel about the stop motion community, about today's stop motion community, and what do you think of other people's stop motions? So the stop motion community is quite difficult to talk about. I actually think it's roughly stayed the same. There's not really nothing I can really comment on, because it just looks the same, really. You post a stop motion video, people like it, and well, that's pretty much it, really. I mean, people are still impressed, and yeah. And honestly, I've seen so much cool stuff on the internet with stop motion, and to be honest, it's one of the best. But the one thing I do want to mention, actually, I do like other people's stop motions. Hedgehog Films of Z is a really good animator. I believe Sonic and DuckTales Productions does a really fantastic job. Clapping Penguins does a really good job as well. Dark River 511 does a fantastic job. And yeah, and to all animators out there, if you're watching this, fans of mine or not fans of mine, you're doing great. You're all good. You're all good animators, and you get a thumbs up by me. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. So, I'll see you all in the part 2, which will be the grand reveal of Studio Knuckles. So, till then, later guys.